Hello, hello, hello. Dark. I know. This here so I can look at myself. Yes. Um. Great. I need something that that doesn't help. Um. You know. I'm gonna start writing here pretty quick. But I want to make sure everything's working. Yo. Okay, that's working. I can go over here and view Twitch. Okay. Before we start with the writing, I just wanted to talk about the recent DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension. Specifically, I wanted to talk about Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. I do love that we're finally getting a Mega Raichu, and I think it's kind of cool and shows like a lot of respect in a way to give him two. Um, but there's a gleaming issue with the Mega Raichu. I do like the designs. I think they're both pretty good. I prefer X, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Um, the, there's too much Pikachu influence in them. And I guess you could argue like the sort of a theme with some megas is pulling from their previous evolution. Um, Especially like with the recent Dragonite. But I think they had to do that because Dragonite is just so different from Dragonair. Whereas Raichu is like a fairly reasonable extension of Pikachu. But it feels like they took they chopped up Pikachu and Raichu, they put them in a blender, threw some threw some spicy sauce in there to make them cool and edgier, blended that shit up and poured it into two different cups with and they're very chunky and they have very different bits and pieces of what was left behind. Uh Both of these megas, they're Mega Raichu, but they're also Mega Pikachus in a lot of ways. And I'm I feel like you can't really figure. I don't know why they would do that. I imagine it's like they either wanted to play on the hype of Pikachu like they always do, which, or they thought, oh, people aren't gonna like the Mega Raichu, so we need to throw some Pikachu in there, give because Mega like Raichu on its own isn't enough, and like they just had to ride on Pikachu just in case. Uh, the the reason I love Mega Raichu X is because it looks more like Raichu than Pikachu. Uh, I like Pikachu. Don't get me wrong, but I love Raichu, and that's why I like the X more because it looks like Raichu, but with Pikachu's color palette and Pikachu's tail, right? And the other one looks like Pikachu with Raichu's color palette and like Raichu's tail. Oh, I think Mega Raichu X would have been perfect if it had like one or two of those Raichu tails. I really think they could have taken the best from both of these and just made one really good Mega. But I digress. Um, there's not much else to say other than like, I like these Megas. It's cool that they're doing X and Y. I love seeing the love for Raichu, but the love from Game Freak isn't there as much as it is in say Us, because there's obviously too much Pikachu influence. Like, did they really have to give Mega Raichu Y two sets of ears, like one Pikachu set of ears, and then like its own, like, I don't know, man. Um, And Mega Raichu's X's tails are so big, I almost didn't even realize they were Pikachu tails. Again, like, they could have been Raichu tails, or at least Raichu shaped, like at the end of his, but no, they gotta piggyback off Pikachu. Um, Other than that, it's like, I have a lot to say about it, but ultimately, it's kind of a small nitpick. Um, I found out the DLC is gonna be $30, which is crazy. It has to be packed full of content to justify that, at least as much as Scarlet and Violet's 2 combined DLCs. And who knows? Well, usually when they announce the DLCs for Pokemon games, they announce 2 packs and you have to buy them both, which is stupid. Um, but I don't. Oftentimes, you have to play the first one to even start the second one. So that's why they do it. But this is one DLC that's $30, so it needs to be as girthy as two, Scarlet and Violet's 2 DLCs. I'm very curious to see how that will work out. Mega Dimension, it could literally be anything. We might actually like go to different like cities in different regions or something, That could be crazy. It could we could go to like, I mean, Hoopa is a Gen 5 Pokemon. We might go to Generation 5. Or like, I'm thinking we're gonna see different regions potentially, and or like alternate versions. It's a different dimension. It could be like alien and completely different, or it can be like an alternate version of Lumio City or some other familiar Pokemon location. According to the leaks, there was something about like 26 megas are going to be in the base game, which leaves room for like 7 later. But based on the trailer and all those extra mega stones, there's a lot of theorizing that there could be potentially way more, especially since like Mega Raichu X and Y already take up 2 of them, and there's potential for Hoopa. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. You know, it's really exciting because we all know what megas are coming out because of the leaks, and that's why Mega Raichu X and Y were so exciting, because they were not in the leaks at all. It was very, very exciting, and so the DLC is going to be hella hype. I just hope it's worth the price tag. I guess while I'm at it, I might as well talk about how lame it is that the Kalos starters Mega Stones are locked behind essentially a paywall, because you have to pay for the Nintendo membership. Because you have to play online. You have to. It's not. If it were just playing online and like, oh, you save up currency to buy them, I'd almost forgive that. But you have to play ranked, and you have to rank up. Like, how much do I have to rank up to get it? And then I have to wait season. Like, I really wanted to use the Kalos starters in my playthrough. Unless there's like ways to replay the game, or there has to be a huge amount of replayability that is not multiplayer based. But they could be piggybacking off like Mega Dimension, I hopefully we have enough time to get all 3 of the Kalos starters before the Mega Dimension DLC comes out, because I want, oh dude, because like, you know how we like to, at least I'm the kind of person who likes to come up with like my team before the game even comes out, or at least part of it. In recent titles, I like to come up with at least half my team, and then develop the second half throughout my playthrough and experiment with different mons. But with this DLC, I could go in a totally new team. I'm actually going to be, I'm treating my Mega Dragonite like my starter, so I'll probably be bringing my Mega Dragonite with me, and not my starter. and then the 3 Kalos starters. Think I gotta use them, all 3 of them in Mega Dimensions. They're on my team. This is unpopular opinion, but like I think the Generation 6 starters are the best set of starters since Gen 1. Not a lot of people like that opinion. Like people have issues with like Delphox and Chespin, or Delphox and Chestnut. I think Chestnut is really cool. He's like big, bulky, like Blastoise, but with like and I think like I feel like 2D art of Delphox does it way more justice than its 3D model. Its 3D model is a little awkward, but the Mega fixes that. The Mega is real good. So yeah, that's my little update on the recent Pokemon stuff. You can watch my reaction on Radkey's Realm on YouTube. Peace. All right. Now, unless I have anything else to talk about, I'm going to be working on my novel. I've been writing a short essay. I like to I flip flop. I work on an essay. I finish that and then I go back to my book. Book progress has been really slow. I have a family, 2 kids, 2-year-old son and a 2-month-old daughter. So life is super busy. I rarely have time to do much of anything, let alone streaming or working on my novel. And working on my novel's been so hard. I thought about so much of it, but now that I'm reaching the end, I'm having a really hard time. I recently had a breakthrough. I just thought of like a way to make it really interesting by like, so I already have like split stories, right? There's like an Eli path and an Umbra path. And in like the final act of the book, they form parties and go to different places to help. They're essentially seeking information on how to stop the approaching threat. And I just thought of like I've just been writing it for Eli and Umbra this whole time, and I'm gonna have to go back through and update the whole outline when I'm done to really flesh out the other characters. But as I was working on the outline, something came up, and like, oh, I really want them to go to this kingdom, and then I want them to like get eaten by the fish. And I thought, oh wait, what if only some of them get eaten by the fish and some of them stay behind? It's like, oh, and then I can have like 2 storylines, and then like I can have the characters that I'm struggling to write for do the more like the more epic for lack of a better word, where they go inside the fish and they do the adventure, and Umbra stays behind. He's like he's captured, sort of like collateral. And I'm gonna have to come up with something there for him to do. And then Eli, he kind of splits off too. Like they're at this village, this hidden village, and his friends are escaping, and Eli stays because he needs to go to the top of the village. This rock. They live inside of like this big rock. And he has to go to the top of the rock to commune with the moon spirit. And then he has to find his own way off the rock, which gives his friends a chance to do some exciting chase scene. I really like the idea of these adventures mirroring each other. They follow pretty similar plot points, but with like different characters and different. It's hard to explain because like the beats are similar, but there's obviously different things are happening. They have different feelings, very different motivations. Similar motivation, I guess, towards the end. But they're like different growth paths, growing for different reasons. Eli is his whole adventure is about learning to become the leader his village needs. Well, not just his village, but the whole realm needs. He was the hero they needed. Now he needs to be the leader they need. Whereas Umbra is seeking redemption, um, a redemption he may never get. He won't get it. He won't ever truly get it. The stuff he did was too bad. I feel like when I started this, I had this idea that he would be like fully redeemed, but that was just a little inkling I had at the start. Because you think about it for 2 seconds, like he did too much. He can't ever truly be redeemed. Eli has like forgiven him for the most part, but him and Umbra have a history. Eli has memories from his first life, and that was a life he shared with Umbra. They were pretty much brothers. So with those memories, he doesn't just have the memories from his first life. He was also bestowed memories of Umbra's life. So not only does he have all these experiences with him when in his first life, but he also knows what he went through after that first life ended, and the torment he went through. So Eli has a lot of strong feelings about Umbra, and is willing, like he sees a tormented soul with a glimmer of light, and he wants to help it. He wants to nourish it, but the rest of the world won't see him that way. Some people, who trust Eli will trust Umbra, and Umbra will earn the trust of some people, but he will never earn the trust of everyone. He is hated. Maybe he lived for a really long time, like lived long enough for people to forget. That's like Umbra. He's very like self-punishing. Like if somebody he's hurt really really bad wants to kill him, he's not gonna fight it unless he has like a really good reason. Which in some cases he really does, because he finds this human girl and he feels this desire to save her. So in a situation where like this person who I've hurt wants to kill me, I'm like, I would let you kill me if I wasn't responsible for this girl. I need to see this through before I can give you the satisfaction of killing me. So he's dealing with some shit. That's for sure. Right, that's enough yapping. That's enough yarping. Okay. Enter the marsh, taking an underwater tunnel. Chloe is too afraid to go underwater these days with the Sasquatch, so she's not even going. Did I really decide not to even let her go? Now, I'm gonna have to see that. Oh yeah, because if they try to like, that actually works, because if they try to capture Umbra, like she might freak out and try to save him, and they don't want that to happen. So this is kind of a convenient excuse to keep her out of that conflict, and it also conveniently puts her in the situation where like, oh, she'll be there when I don't have a name for it yet. It's just called the big fish. I could waste time. It's not really, if I try to do research and come up with a special name for this fish, it's not a waste of time just because it's not my outline. Want to Derpacart? Derpaglit? Boop beep. Doobity doobity doop doop dop. Doobity doobity doop deep deep. Flippity floppity floop. Beep flop. Flippity Flubberty flubber. Flubberty flubberty flurp. Bum 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 bum. Man, Channel 5, they're doing God's work. Um, obviously they got into some shit a few years ago, but they've stayed true to like their journalistic integrity, and they're putting out good work and getting the not just both perspectives out there, but a lot of truth. Um, and he definitely has like some like criticisms of both sides, but he's not like a centrist. He can't obviously try to play both fields like that and keep his journalistic integrity. Clearly, one side is worse for the country, and the other side is like just ineffective. It's pretty bad out there. Pretty bad. All right, back to work. I'm gonna check on my daughter. I feel like I haven't checked on her in a while. She's sleeping. She's a precious sleepy baby. Precious sleepy baby. Precious sleepy baby. Is there a way I can set up a goal? Raid, clip, sub only, manage addiction, manage poll, manage goals, followers, bits, subscriptions. Based on your channel size, we recommend a goal of 10 total subs. Okay, but what if I just want to do one? You know? Like, let's do bits. 500. Uh, Can't I put a name to it or something? This is silly. Lame. Oh, there. Now you guys can see the thing. Duh. Which goal? Yo. And then we need alt. There we go. And then I gotta put a stupid thing on it. Its goal. Can't I put like this is dumb. I feel like I should be able to put like give it a title. This will automatically show under your stream once you start your goal. Go to goal alerts. I'm gonna have to give it like my own title, which is to add a little text. It's very silly. Oops. There. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Stupid fly. I never had flies were not a problem at my old apartment. Oops. All right. I can't play music for you guys, unfortunately, because like even if I look up copyright free music, uh, it'll get copyrighted. So I will find something to listen to. Okay. How are we doing, you guys? How we be? YouTube. We could talk about the Nintendo Direct, or we could talk about my book. We could talk about whatever. Just look up. Do 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 do. All right, all right, all right. I'll read. I'll read some of. I'll be reading this out loud too. My Twitch chat. I got my YouTube chat. All right, let's go. They enter the marsh, taking an underwater tunnel. Chloe is too afraid to go underwater. Is the Escort. Just heard a noise. This led to the underwater kingdom of. Have not come up with a name for it yet. And this is like a village of like anthropomorphic frog and toad people. The names of like two of the titular. Well, one race is the Freggy, and the other is the Togue. And our Freggy, the main Freggy is Reginald. I don't know if I came up with last names, but Reginald is the Freggy, and Laszlo is the Togue. And I haven't really had a chance to come up with fun, clever names for these. Encyclopedia. Bulch. Vacation. Neoport. All right. Location. Kingdom of um Words. Roaring. Detroit. Like. Notes. Kingdom. Let's go with Crack. Kingdom of Crack. And book. Oh, I'm done. Sorry, guys. Doing research. Just looking up synonyms. The fuck's a stump? Pit or hollow? Flex. Okay. Crack. Crack. I should probably come up with a name for the place that they're at. Right. I want to use the word sump. Get the definition. There. The heart. Creek. Add jump scare. Oh, I think I'd be so tired. I should drink more water. As soon as you guys tell me to drink water, I'll drink some water. Until then, I'm going to keep working on my book. Okay. Kingdom of Crack. The heart of Gob Creek. Gob is going to be the name of their fish god. Yes. There's this guy on TikTok. He's like dressed like a writer, and the caption's always like the voice in Stephen King's head when writing so and so, or the voice of like the guy who wrote Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he's like, he will be 12 years old and bald. Yes. He will go sledding on penguins. Yes. With 4 fins. Yes. It's good stuff. And he will be the last air. My God. Good stuff. Good stuff. And it's like never not funny. he's really good at it. It'd be an honor if he did one for my book. I should every single one of his videos. I should just type. You should do Oregonia and the Legend of the Meese next. My butt hurts. I don't feel like standing. I feel like standing. All right. Okay, here we go. Stupid bug. Water, home of the Freggy and Togue races. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. The kingdom has been a safe haven from the surface world for entry. A barrier has kept their magic locked underwater with them this whole time. A barrier has been a safe haven from the surface world. The barrier has kept their magic locked underwater with them. Safeguarding them from the calamity that nearly ended OREGONIA. It's almost as if it didn't even happen to they only their scrolls only tell them that something cataclysmic occurred. A long time ago. The barrier has kept their music locked underwater with them this whole time, allowing them the luxury, allowing them the luxuries it provides. while Umbra was feeling the magic of the world, their barrier kept theirs locked safe. The barrier dissipated only when magic began to return to the surface world. With careful planning, the prince and his steward left on a diplomatic mission to surface for the first time in a century. The kingdom is located under Gob Creek. It's marsh lands home to secluded Sasquatch and its waters protected by their fish deity Gob. You know, I just realized it's basically just God but with a B, but it was meant to be bog backwards. But I guess you could read it either way. Gob. Gob, that's not the name of a character from Adventure Time, is it? I think it is. Gob. Adventure Time. Oh, there's Golb. Don't they say, oh my gob? Oh my Golb? I thought there was a character named Gob. Grob. Gob. Glob. Grog. Grob. Gob. Glob. Grog. Oh, is it the four-headed guy? One of them is Gob. Alright, whatever. They don't own it. My fish deity is going to be Gob. Gob. And its dreaded. Ah. Thump. They pay. This will homage. 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 To gob at their sacred thump. Okay. The end of the royal court. Okay. This helps. This helps. Know the name of a king? King. The king was on a they are ruled by king. So if the prince, his name, Reginald. Did I just Reginald begged his father to join the toilets? Okay, prince. Wait a minute. What if Reginald isn't the prince, but like someone who's part of the royal court, and like he's in love with the princess, and he has to like he tries to get the princess to convince her father, and that'd be a fun dynamic. That'd be a fun dynamic. We can do that. Or maybe he could have. They don't even. Oh, you know what? Maybe there could be a princess, and that's his sister, and she can be in love with Laszlo. I like that. I like that. I have to come up. Reginald. Okay. Rexford. I like Rexford. Sure, we can do Rexford. King Rexford. Oops. They are ruled by King Rexford. They're ruled by King Rexford. Did I give the last name to Reginald? Chris. Reggie, in his mid years, on an excursion to explore the surface. He's on a diplomatic mission for the king to provide safe passage for their people. Reginald was chosen to be ambassador for the surface world because of his extensive knowledge. Oh yeah, I didn't want him to be like young. So yeah, maybe yeah, he won't. He can be in love with the princess then, since I clearly didn't want him to be the son. Um, the king, Rexford. Could be like the nephew. Really should have thought of this. He's not like a super like he doesn't really play a key role in the story until the end. He just sort of pops in and out. Reggie's contribution relationship with the surface and gathering his Reggie colony and using their battle cry to ward off the sleeping magic that day. Hmm. Place of residence, Baitania. I did come up with a name. Baitania. Yeah. Duke. Master of residence. Gob. Greek. Kingdom. Correct. Correct. Duke of Duke Wunder. Wunder. Wunderbaum. I don't call it kingdom. What do dukes rule over? Duchy. Duke Underbog. Um, he is the Duke of Underbog. The Duchy of How are we doing, chat? Oof. I should have drank more water because yeah, maybe I gotta stand. I'm tired, but we're making good progress. I'm glad I'm finally punching out the names of this stuff. He is the Duke of Underbog, the Duchy of Underbog. Sir. The North Duke of Underbog. The kingdom is at the center of Greek, and there are oops, wrong there. Center of the Greek, and there are 3 duchy. north, east, and south. Lost when the barrier dissipated. Causing Adam to bury it in many eggs. Gee. North home to the Duchy of their dog. East Duchy of Lim. West of yeah. Hmm. on the king's court. Edge son is line to marry the princess of Quebec. She in love. Let's hello. I just think that's really funny. Original betray. Let's see. All right. Got a decent amount of lore and backstory in. Oh, I should probably finish this part. They are ruled by King Rexford. Weatherford. How do you spell Weatherford? Weatherford. King Rexford, Weatherford. Alright, I guess I don't have to put the third. Rule. Old. Kind. Let's. Old King. His son was next in line, but perished. Perished. How do you spell perish? That's how do you spell perished during the Mud slide that buried lily along is to be. I just came up with a really sad backstory. I almost want to write a story about these guys. Hmm. Lily Ford. It's supposed to be Lilyworth. By King Rexford Weatherford the Third, a kind but paranoid old king. The king acts as protector of realm while their deity Gob Hector. Catfish. It'll just be a big bulbous fish. Okay. Okay. That was quite. Oh boy. Let's see. I've been at it for an hour and a half. I think I'll go for another 30 minutes and then maybe play some video. I've been wanting to. There's so many games I want to replay, man. So many. I've been thinking about like I should do like a poll on what I should replay. Because the only thing I really, really want to play right now is like Pokemon Legends ZA. But obviously, I have to wait another month before I can play. Um, oh, excuse me. I have to wait another month before I can play. I gotta play something else in the meantime. I could, I guess I could play Hollow Knight for you guys, but I've just been playing that on my free time. I need an excuse to boot up my PS5. I don't think I finished Kingdom Hearts 3. I think I started playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and never finished it. Obviously I've played it before, but yeah, just what game did I play? I think I played a new game. I recorded my entire playthrough. What game was it? I think it was Final Fantasy 16. I played that game. I think I like recorded the entire playthrough. I think I did something similar for God of War. Oh well. Made a lot of mistakes. I don't plan on making like a lot of content for my gaming channel going forward. I want to focus on the writing stuff. Alright guys, I'm getting so tired. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play video games. I'm gonna see how long I can play before I get too tired that I can't play anymore. Um okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, and I gotta feed my daughter soon too. So I could probably play for like an hour and then I gotta feed my daughter, go to bed. I can't remember if I have it on 2 or 3. Or 2 or 1. Okay, must be on 1.